got confirmation. Repeat, visual confirmed. Suspected structured object in Atlas.
ahari kuri NSA bari kubabwira ati control twabonye ibimenyetso biri mu kirere si ibisigazwa cyangwa se ibindi byabyo byose. Ayo makuru amaze kumenyekana barakwereka abanyamakuru batangiye gucika ururondogoro bari kwibaza se byaba ari tekinoloji ya za alien byaduteye. Impande zose abanyamakuru bibazaga icyo kibazo. Ese NSA iravuga iki cyangwa abandi bamenyi baravuga iki? Iki byaje kumenyekana yuko igikoresho cyanyuze mu isanzure ryacu ry'ikirere bacyita 3i Atlas. Professor Lowe ari gukeka yuko byaba ari tekinoloji ya za alien. Gusa abakomeza bavuga ko baravuga ibintu bitandukanye. Gusa Professor akavuga yuko NASA iri kugenda iduhisha amakuru atandukanye. Ubundi bakakubabaza ngo ubundi 3i Atlas ni iki? Ni ikibuye kingana n'umujyi wa Manhattan wo muri New York cyo mu bwoko bwa komete. Bikekwa ko gishobora kuba ari cyo cyogajuru cya alien kiri guca muri solar system yacu cyihuta kandi kigenda mu buryo budasanzwe. Tariki 30 akariko cyanyuze iruhande rw'izuba kivuye hafi y'umubumbe wa Mars. Byaciye igikuba bitera ubwoba abantu benshi cyane kuko abamenyi mu by'isanzure bataza aho cyaturutse. Ese yaba ari ibyogajuru cyangwa se ibivejuru n'ikibuye biri mu bwoko bwa za alien kidasanzwe? Icyo cyogajuru cyavumbuwe tariki ya 1 Nyakanga mu mwaka wa 2025 na telescope yitwaga Atlas yo mu gihugu cya Chile. Inzira yaryo yerekana ko rizaca hafi y'izuba aribyo bita perihelion ku itariki 30 Ukwakira ku ntera ya dogere 1.38 mu buryo ubwo ni ukuvuga mu buryo bwa astronomical unity. Mu buryo bwa astronomical unit ingana na kilometero miliyoni 150 ikaba ari ikigereranyo cy'intera iri hagati y'isi n'izuba. Ubwo ni ukuvuga dogere 1.38 ikangana na miliyoni 202. Ubwo ni ukuvuga ni ibirometero uvuye ku izuba. Nta mpungenge z'uko cyaba kirizahura n'isi mu ntera iri hagati yaryo n'isi ndende. Bivuze ko umurongo wa orbit rigenderamo uri kure y'umubumbe wacu.
Well, this is a very unusual.
Tugana kuri sasa kuri icyo kibuye. Tugaruke kuri uyu mushakashatsi.
When you deal with scientific matters,
iyo uri guhura n'ikibazo cya siyansi
on the future of humanity,
ugomba gutekereza ubundi igihe cyazaza cy'abantu kiraganaye.
Everything will change.
Ibintu bishobora guhinduka mu buryo bwa politike, mu buryo bw'ubukungu.
So my point is simple. This is different than other scientific matters.
Umugabo akavuga ati ingingo yanjye iroroshye cyane.
Events with very small probability have to be
bishobora kuba ari ubu buryo bwa siyanse turi guhangana nabo.
They could have major implications.
Bishobora kuhindura ibintu bikomeye cyane hano ku isi yacu
system, and it shows no
mu buryo bwa solar system yacu.
Scientists would say we should be as careful as possible.
Dushobora kwitonda bihambaye cyane.
Anything other than a rock.
Akaba atari ikibuye gusa.
You know, we are not the first one.
Bega ntabwo ari twenyine.
To break the news, Elon Musk.
Twohereje ibyogajuru mu kirere ntabwo ari Elon Musk wenyine wabikoze. No mu myaka miliyari 13 byarabaye.
And therefore we should consider the possibility that things like us,
dushobora kwifata ko
long before us,
hari abandi babayeho mbere yacu.
We take our own technology yacu, spacecraft that we launched out of the solar system,
ikabira aho ngaho ari ubushobozi bwo kohereza mu isanzure ibikoresho byacu
light years away.
Hakaba ari n'abandi bo babikoze mbere y'imyaka myinshi cyane.
But all these civilizations that had their history in
abo bagize amateka yabo
could have done it.
Bashobora kuba barabikoze.
We need to do as responsible scientists, among all the rocks that come inside of our backyard,
tukareba amabuye ari kuza munuza mu isanzure ryacu.
Might be a tennis ball that was
bishobora kuba ari nka tennis ball y'umuturanyi wateye akapira kakagwa ku mbuga yacu
on earth next to the sun. We look around us in the,
tukareba impande zacu
and we see a lot of houses.
tukaba tubona amazu atandukanye.
They have found evidence of microbes on Mars, correct?
ariko bari kuvuga yuko ngo ku mubumbe wa Mars ngo babonyeyo ubuzima.
We need to bring materials.
nyine tujyane ibikoresho tuzane sample zitandukanye.
We need to bring a sample back to Earth.
izo sample tuzizane ku isi.
And do isotope analysis.
tukore ubushakashatsi butandukanye.
Signatures we see on the rocks there.
ibimenyetso tuzabona ku mabuye yo ku mubumbe wa Mars.
Because we know that Mars had an atmosphere like the Earth. By the way, Mars may have had life.
yego Mars yagize ubuzima mbere yacu.
So it has a bigger surface area for it.
ifite ahantu hari hameze nk'ikibuga.
Tells you how much heat it can retain from.
tubizi uburyo hari ubushyuhe butandukanye.
Tells you how fast it can cool.
kandi ubwo bushyuhe tuzi uburyo bushobora kumuka.
So life may have started on Mars.
yego ubuzima bushobora kuba bwaratangiye kuri Mars.
Lakes, oceans of water.
kubera ko habaye amazi.
Delivered to Earth. We might be all Martians.
dushobora kuba turi ba Martians mbere yuko
considers going to Mars.
Elon ariho aratekereza kujya kuri Mars.
Can trip around. We might be going back to our childhood home.
mbega turamutse dusubiye kuri Mars.
An object.
twaba dusa nk'abasubiye mu cyari wacu.
There is an atomic explosion size fireball in our atmosphere. It's not reported in the news because it happens.
nyine hari ibibuye bitandukanye bijya biturikira mu kirere cyacu kubera ko bitanyura ku makuru.
1% of the
biba byabereye hejuru mu kirere cya kure cyane.
oceans. But yes, so these meteors, and they are quite important.
ibyo bibuye
The dinosaurs 60.
ni ingenzi ariko bitandukanye nk'uko byagendekeye za dinosaur mu myaka miliyoni 36.
An asteroid the size of Manhattan Island
ikibuye cyaraje kigwa ku isi kingana nk'umujyi wa Manhattan.
could endanger us.
nyine ibyo bibuye bishobora kuduteza ibyago.
NASA to find all objects that
niyo mpamvu leta yahaye akazi NASA kugira ngo ijye ikurikirana ibintu nk'ibyo ngibyo binyura mu isanzure ryayo.
that we avoid the fate of the dinosaurs.
kugira ngo tutazaba nka za dinosaur zapfuye.
But just imagine alien technology
ngahibaze noneho tekinoloji za alien
has some intelligence in it.
kandi uko byamera kose baba bafite abanyabwenge batandukanye.
And I wrote a white paper to
nandikiye
nations,
UN
the International Astronomical Union,
ku bagize union ya astronomical
come from outside the solar system.
mbabwira yuko hari ibintu biri kugenda biza binyuze muri system yacu ya solar.
Be technological in origin.
bishobora kuzaza ari nk'ubwenge cyangwa se ari nk'ibyago kuri twebwe. ku rundi ruhande barakwereka abashakashatsi bo bari bacitse ururondogoro impande zose nk'uko tuvuye kuri ya mugabo avi. hano hari umudogiteri bita Mico Kaku waganiraga yavugaga ku byerekeranye n'icyo kibuye gifite imbaraga zidasanzwe. mu kwa cumi ku itariki 30 turakeka cyuko kizaba cyegereye umubumbe wacu.
What are you talking about?
Umva iyo tekinoloji uri kuvuga ni ibiki uri kuvuga. nanjye nk'umunyamakuru ndakubajije uri kuvuga ibiki. nyine tumeze nk'umukobwa n'umuhungu bagiye guhurira ahantu hatazwi.
Are not as imaginative as the universe, and we just need to observe that.
nyine icyo dukwiye gukora ni ugukurikiranira hafi.
Decide before you have an opinion. In this case,
buri muntu wese afite uko abitekerezaho.
In the plane of the planets around the sun to within 5 degrees and
ibaze muri dogere nk'eshanu ikintu cyo kiranyura iruhande rw'izuba.
Very large. It's comparable to the size of Manhattan.
nyine gishobora kuba ari kinini cyane kingana nk'umujyi wa Manhattan.
Massive than the first interstellar object.
kiramutse kimanutse hasi ku isi yacu cyateza ibibazo byinshi cyane.
Why haven't we seen a million small objects before we see such a giant one?
kubera iki tutabonye ayo mabuye ari mu kirere mbere yuko tubona ikinini cyane.
July and August, the glow extending towards the sun.
niba cyegereye izuba
started developing a tail away from the sun.
kiragenda kihimba ikintu kimeze nk'umurizo cyegera izuba.
Arrived from the direction of.
ni ikigaragaza yuko gifite ubuzima butandukanye.
A radio signal that we couldn't figure out that was definitely extragalactic. So it has a lot of.
radiyo zacu cyangwa se ibikoresho byacu biragaragaza yuko cyaba giturutse hanze y'isanzure.
And my point is that
ingingo yanjye
it may well be a comet.
gishobora kuba ari nk'ikibuye cyamanutse.
It could also be something like a Trojan horse.
cyangwa kikaba ari n'ibintu byahuriranye bigakubitana.
It's very unlikely for a spaceship.
nk'uko isi yacu igenda yakira ibintu bitandukanye kikaba cyamanuka.
Less. We should keep that as a possibility.
nyine ibyo nabyo dushobora kubifata nk'ibishoboka.
And then it disappears.
cyaraje kirabura.
Now reemerges.
kirongera kiragaragara.
Disappears.
kirongera kiragenda.
Smart people like you at
abantu mwamwe b'abanyabwenge.
that this is a possibility that has the ability to slow itself down.
ese muri kuvuga ko gishobora kuba gifite ububasha bwo kwigabanya umuvuduko cyangwa kikawihutisha?
That is could be the case when
yego birashoboka.
the sun. That's the best timing, the optimal time for either slowing down or
niba kiri kwigabanya umuvuduko cyangwa kiwihutisha
gravitational assist by the sun and
byaterwa n'uburyo ikirere kimeze.
spacecraft. And the only problem is that
ikibazo aho
the
kiri
other side of the sun we can't see it. If you look,
niba kigiye inyuma y'izuba ntabwo twabasha kukibona.
it's hiding behind the sun. We can't observe it.
ntabwo twagikurikirana gikomeje kwihisha inyuma y'izuba.
The question is, will it release any probes?
ese hari ibintu kizarekura? nicyo kibazo turi kwibaza
We can observe it because obviously
kugira ngo dukomeze tukikurikiranire hafi,
future if something that happens.
cyangwa kikaba cyateze ibibazo mu myaka y'ahazaza.
In the coming months,
mu mezi akurikira nibwo dukeka ko cyagaragara.
November 19th, just 6 days before Christmas.
mbega ni mbere y'iminsi itandatu mbere y'uko noheri iba.
Perhaps this is a visitor.
nk'uko bimeze tuzakomeza tubakurikirana amakuru y'icyo cyogajuru, nk'uko bavuga yuko gishobora kuzaza mbere y'iminsi itandatu ya noheri,
This week,
mbere y'uko noheri iba. rero mukomeze mukore subscribe kuri tike official, ubundi tuzakomeza tubakurikirana amakuru uko bimeze. ubwo niba kizatugeraho tuzabibamenyesha. komeza mukore subscribe, mukora na share mu buryo butandukanye kuri tike official. Bye bye.
If so, it means we are being visited.